Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long-range weather forecast discussion for January 2nd to the 14th. January 2nd to the 6th, the pattern remains unchanged. Look at the GFS. We still have a ridge here, trough here over the eastern U.S., much of eastern North America into Greenland, and we have a trough here that would be approaching the west coast eventually. But you're looking at the GFS, and then we look at the rest of the models. They're in good agreement on this flow. We come to the 6th. Models are good agreement with this. Southern stream short wave is forecast to track across the Gulf Coast on Wednesday, while northern stream trough pushes into the Great Lakes. These systems are expected to phase over the western Atlantic. The eastward trend in the models continues. And that's what we're going to look at now. We're going to look at the, this is the GFS. So we show Monday. We come to Wednesday. Here's a system. Here's a system down here. And then Thursday, you can see the system getting organized off the southeast coast. We're expecting cyclogenesis. Now look at the GFS. Way out here, we have at least a 980, even lower low here, tracking off the west coast, off the southeast coast, and then it goes into New England. Then we look at the European. Let's see if we have the, here's the European. And we come to Wednesday. You see the system off the southeast coast. This is Thursday. And the European is even further to the east, so even missing, maybe grazing New England, you can see here as it goes into Nova Scotia. So that's how the trend looks right now. Multiple Arctic surges will result in temperatures 20 to 30 degrees below normal east of the Rockies. The greater anomalies will be across the northern plains, Great Lakes into New England. Lake effect snow is forecast to continue under a cyclonic flow, and the system in the south will cause moderate rain across Florida, while wave development over the western Atlantic should increase the chance of wintry precipitation for New England, as I showed you there as a GFS, and precipitation will return to the west with snow in the higher elevations. January 5th to the 9th. Here's the 5th. This is the NAEFS. And we go to the 9th, you can see there's very little change in the pattern. Still maintaining a ridge in the west, trough in the east. So there's little change in the overall circulation. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures here. Anomalies of 4 to 6 degrees above normal forecast. And below normal temperatures are forecast for this region. I think this might be a little bit way overdone, so I'm going to be conservative, forecasting anomalies of 4 to 10 degrees below normal for precipitation. Above normal precipitation forecast for this region. Probability of occurrence is about 35%, and we have a below normal precipitation forecast for this region here. Probability of occurrence is 30 to 55%. Now, I'll look at the period for January 10th to the 14th. This is a GFS. We go through the period, start seeing the flow starts to flatten, the trough lifts out. And we have rising heights over in the east. Now, the European, the GEFS, maintains a weak trough here across the northeast. And then we look at the rest of the models. That's still from contingent. And we look at this. We still have below normal heights here, a ridge here. So for this forecast period, I'm forecasting still below normal temperatures across much of this area, but not as high, greater anomalies as in the previous period. But here I'm forecasting temperatures to be 2 to 4 degrees below normal. Above normal temperatures forecast here. with anomalies near 8 degrees above normal. And for precipitation, still miles are having differences, but in the precipitation forecast. But the best I can figure out is above normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence is 30%, and above normal precipitation is forecast for this region here. Probability of occurrence is 30 to 55%. So that's the long-range weather forecast discussion for January 2nd to the 14th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.